Keeping up with AI right now is basically impossible. And I found an open source skill called Last 30 Days that genuinely helps me with this. So you know how it goes. You see something on x.com, you bookmark it. Then there's a 40-minute video on YouTube that you will definitely watch later. Hopefully it's mine, but in the end you don't. And then 2 weeks later, everyone is talking about something you have unfortunately not heard of. So instead of doing that, with this skill, what you could do is you could type one line into Antigravity or Claude Code or any other agent, and the agent goes off and reads Reddit, YouTube, TikTok, Hacker News, GitHub, all at the same time and comes back with one page of what people were actually saying over the last 30 days. And I didn't open a single tab for any of that. Now, Antigravity on its own cannot do this. It's got web search, sure, but it cannot pull Reddit threads with the upvote counts attached, and it's not sitting through a 40-minute YouTube video and transcribing it. That's usually where the good stuff is. What closes that gap is a skill. And a skill is genuinely just a folder with a text file inside it, telling the agent how to just simply do something. So you drop it in, and Antigravity can suddenly do a thing it couldn't do 5 minutes ago. That's the whole idea. And I don't think enough people are using it, so I just wanted to make sure everybody's aware of this. So at the end, I will show you what I built on top of this inside Antigravity, obviously without writing a single line of code. It's a page that goes and finds what's rising in AI every day on its own. So you build an app using the skill, and then you keep and stay updated on AI on a daily basis. So we'll look into that. A quick disclaimer before we go there. All opinions are my own and do not belong to my employer. All right, with that, let's get into it. All right, so this is the repository. It is literally called the last 30 days, and you can see that it has been trending on GitHub for a while. You can see the number of stars which it has got, which around 55,000, and there is continuous updates on top of this. And what really impressed me was the sources that it can read. So it can read Reddit, Twitter, YouTube, TikTok, Hacker News, GitHub, even the papers and stuff like that, even LinkedIn. It's very interesting. Most of them are behind their own walled gardens, but this specific one can go ahead and read through all of these, which is very interesting in my opinion. And what I also like about this is it is not tied to a single agent. So for example, it can work with Claude Code, Cursor, Codex, and I'm actually going to show it in Antigravity. So it's completely open source. It's very quick to download, which we will do now. And you're able to open and work with it across the board. Okay. So what we will do next is we will go to Antigravity, and I will run and share the command, which you can run on your side to actually install the skill. And then we'll run some quick use cases and see what comes out of it. All right, so I'm in Antigravity, and what I'm going to do is I'm going to open up a terminal. The reason I'm doing this here is also because I just want to show you the files which get installed. So the skill is now getting installed. You can see that it is cloning the repository as part of installing the skills, which makes sense. And once it is there, then we are going to start asking some questions directly in the Antigravity agent. You can do similar things in Claude Code as well, or AGY, CLI, as well as Codex. But I just wanted to show you from the perspective of Antigravity. So we'll give it a few seconds for it to clone the repository. All right, so you can see that it has found the skill and it has already identified that we can install it in Antigravity. So I'm just going to say yes, and then I'm going to proceed with the installation. Okay, so the installation is complete, and now we have the skill available in Antigravity. All right, so you can start asking questions in Antigravity, and if you do the / command and do this, you can see already the last 30 days is shown over here, and it gives you a highlight of what you want to ask. So if I say that, hey, I want to know about AI coding agents on what people are saying in the last 30 days, this is going to go to Reddit and YouTube and all of those things based on the skill, and then it's going to come back and provide you with an answer. So that is one very easy way for you to have a conversation and leveraging the skill, get a very quick report. Okay, so we'll see the answer here. So you can see that it has formulated this particular query in the query.json. This is all based on the skills. I never said anything to it. And it is looking into all of these different sources. So it's going to go there and figure out and then come back to us with an answer. Obviously, if you give it a more specific question, you can get a much detailed answer. But I just wanted to show you what is the bare minimum that you need to do in order to get any kind of response from this. Okay. And here it is. This is the answer. So what I learned in the last 30 days, and it is synced today is 30th of July. Parallel agents are the new standard, workflow engineering or vibe coding. If you read about these are all actually like real news from the industry, and it provides you all of these different details. It also created this last 30 days AI coding agents.md. So this is the file, and you can see all the details over here. So the idea could be you can just run this every day and you can get all of this latest news across the board of what people are actually talking. This is one single command based on a particular skill. So what I did was I actually created a very simple page. You can call it an app or whatever, but then that page uses this. So it could be a more beautiful way of looking at this. So let me just show you that. So I basically gave this command that build me a local web app called Signal that uses the last 30 days engine. And I said that engine is already installed in this particular skill. Do not re-implement any research logic. So that's the prompt that I gave. Just let me know in the comments and I'll be happy to share it as well. And I just want to show you the app all right, so this is a simple app that it built. Again, it is using the same skill that we discussed. So instead of always going to the terminal, you can ask Antigravity to build you something like this and bookmark it. And then you can ask questions about any specific topic of your choice. So for example, today Google released something called as Gemini Robotics ER2. So if I want to know about this, I can go to the app and I can just say that, hey, just tell me more about this. So what it is going to do now, it's going to look into all of these different sources and it is going to find out the answers for us and provide us the details. This is the result of the prompt that I gave you. But really, the engine is the skill that I mentioned. You can see here, it is also looking into YouTube, Reddit, TikTok, Instagram, all of these different places before providing with a specific answer. Okay. So we'll give it a few seconds for it to finish the job and then we'll come back and show you the output. But this is a cool way for you to build a very simple app for you to always stay informed, always stay on top of the AI news. All right. So it actually went into all of these sources and it was able to find the latest information. So you can see here, it found something on TikTok. So if I click on this, this is our Matt Wolf. He's a famous YouTuber and he's talking about Gemini Robotics too. Then this is the actual page to dig, which is where they're talking about DeepMind launches this. So you can see how it is actually able to get all of these different sources, right? So that's the idea. It's not different from what you saw before, but this is just much more polished and it's in an app. You are able to build something similar as an app and keep it handy. And you can just ask in a very natural language on whatever research you want to do. Okay. So that's what I wanted to share with you today. Hopefully this was helpful. These are some amazing open source tools that people are building and making it available for the community. So my intention is to share all of these interesting things so that you can also benefit from them and continue to learn and build. Okay. Thanks a lot for watching. And if you liked it, please hit that like button. And if you're new here, please hit that subscribe button as well. Thank you for your time. Thank you for watching. And I will see you in the next one.